helps you and stuff. But all right. I don't think anyone's there yet, but
No.
there are a few people kind of waiting. So
That's great.
all right. If anyone out there can hear us, welcome to the streaming.
Yes, welcome to day 2 of Worlds. Star Wars CCG 2017, coming to you live from Bloomington, Minnesota.
That's right. So this is I'm Jerry. We'll be doing
Dan.
commentary. I'm Queso. You can see it on my shirt.
And,
Let's have fun today, guys.
I'm the Tartag1 on the forums.
So we got our first match that we're going to be streaming here soon is going to be Tom Hade and Justin Desai. So that's a pretty good first round matchup.
That is an amazing first round.
We heard the pairings get called off, and we were wondering, if there was any other game to be streamed besides that one. So
yeah, I mean, originally they wanted to stream Chris Gugelin and Mike Kessling, but
that would have been a fair match too. But I mean, once you see two world champs going against each other in the first game, I think you have to.
And I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, that I know Tom Hade is the last year's world champ, and that
he's the defending.
Justin Desai is the 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So the last
last two world champs playing
game one.
Game one. Awesome. So if
you
weren't excited before, you are now, right, guys? All right. So maybe let's see if they're starting here on the. We're gonna disappear and show you the table.
Yes.
Looks like they are setting up.
Yeah, as you can see, we have brought in the hand cams to see what the players are playing. We have Justin playing
light side.
Tom's playing dark. You can see that Justin's playing some sort of looks like a main stack.
Pretty sure I saw I'm pretty sure I saw a throne room.
Oh, I don't know about the throne room, but I definitely saw the Profinity.
Yep, there's the throne room.
Throne room.
So Justin's playing throne room. He's definitely one of the best throne room players I've ever seen. I've used his deck lists before to great success. So I imagine this will be a pretty darn good throne room deck. Some of those new cards. So we've got Walkling, Insurrection Aim High, and the Luke Effect.
The Luke Effect. And that's definitely one of the...
So that's pretty standard, like Chris Kelly start from the Nationals tournament, right?
Chris Kelly and both Reed Smith brought those out at Nationals. And it looks like Tom's playing ISB. A deck I would not have put Tom on.
Interesting, yes. We do have ISB versus Throne Room.
Very classic old school matchup,
Mm-hmm.
Throne Room, definitely one of the best Life Die decks to ever to come out.
And it's just consistent. Always, you can always bring that and know, that you're going to have some success with it. I've always loved Throne Room for that. All right. And for those watching on stream, we just kind of want to check in with you, make sure, are you guys able to see and hear everything? If you're able to talk to us on the chat, let us know if there's any sort of feedback issues. Let us know, if the audio is coming through good. Let us know if the video is clear enough for you guys. We can do what we can to adjust. So the announcers, we have Dan, and my name is Jerry. I'm known as Queso Sauce on the forums. So we are here, and we also will have another commentary member, Matt Caruli, Quick Draw, is also here. So that way we can kind of rotate, and none of us will get too tired. So.
And that way you guys don't get tired of us.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest benefit of that is you guys will get tired of hearing the same dudes. So, thanks for watching so far. Looks like we got about 15 people already, and we haven't even really started. So, tell your friends, tell everybody who you play test with that this is going on, and try to get as many eyeballs on this tournament as we can, because more exposure for the PC is great. So, thank you, Bane Slater, for the feedback. Everything's good, he says. So.
Awesome. Thank you much. And if you guys didn't see on Facebook, we recently had Matt Crowley stream a video. We had multiple presentations. First being that MetLife actually donated a check to the PC for the amount of $10,000, followed by our most recent Hall of Fame member,
Mark Walseth was inducted to the Star Wars Hall of Fame. So.
But let's get into the action. You can see that.
All right, so it looks like, before activation phase, we've got a Wisa pull for a Boss Nash Chamber from Justin. And
pretty
then
standard.
was it a short-range fighters combo for the Slave One?
Slave One, Symbol of Fear.
Probably the new Slave One.
Probably the best dark side ship out there right now. I know a lot of people are pulling that.
That the new Boba Fett is very good when you can pull cards when you initiate battle, and just yeah, really really good that slave one right now for sure.
Uh,
All right, so
Apparently, yeah, Queso Sauce is he's our play-by-play for today,
we'll
and
see how it goes. Like I said, we're all gonna take some breaks and we'll make it work for you guys. Justin's pulled the home one docking bay with his Insurrection Aim High combo, and now is still kind of verifying his reserve deck. Um, we'll see what Justin wants to
now
do here.
I did see the speak in there, so it's kind of surprising that he hasn't pulled it, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he activated it.
Yeah, it looks like the council chamber. I'm not seeing that in that pile that he's looking through, so he must have
No,
activated the council chamber.
I did see a lot of EPPs, so
Mm-hmm.
I know he's playing the Luke effect, but he definitely is playing.
There's yeah, Lando,
He's
Chewie,
got the Chewie.
Jyn Erso's in there, Anakin, Qui-Gon EPP.
Yeah, I think I saw a Obi-Wan one with
Okay, yeah, I don't know if I
an
caught
Obi-Wan
that.
EPP. It was towards the end of it, the
Okay.
last time he went through. But I can't. But yeah, I guess he activated the.
Yeah, we are guessing that he activated the council chamber.
Okay, grabber. Yeah, both players have their grabbers out. Again, pretty standard.
Yeah, so
And
that's definitely big for the turn one for
he's
the.
got his Echo Base docking bay out there. So Justin has 7 activation out on turn 1. That's not including the council chamber. So he's still got the council chamber, and he's still got the battle planes if he's playing the battle planes.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, I didn't see that in the deck.
So he's playing another resource. I'm guessing he is now
I think
gone
he's
to
just
his turn.
cycling.
Yeah, because he played one at the beginning of his turn, so that should have been during.
Oh wait,
Okay, so
I
yeah,
think I saw the.
I think
might have the,
yeah he
I
drew
think
some
he's-
cards.
Well, no, he
and
just he did draw some cards, but he draw. I think he saw now has the
council
chamber in his
chamber.
hand.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, so that'll come out next turn. So I mean, pretty good start. He got the Voss Nash chambers, 2 docking bays. That means he had a docking bay in hand.
And
So
Tom's going through his deck. I think he's searching with the yeah, he's
Docking bay
searching with
puller.
his docking bay puller, which I'm glad to see that he's playing the non-combo, so that his guys get
oh yeah,
+2
yeah,
to
that's a
forfeit.
much better forfeit
But
booster for these ISB agents.
I'm thinking he's playing some sort of ISB space because you can see that he's got the quad drive yards. He's got the
Combat
ship,
response.
yeah,
So yeah, matching ships. He pulled the
that's
slave
what-
one. That's Kessel.
yeah. I'm
So,
definitely thinking. I think
Ships
I saw,
-1 to Kessel. So that's he's definitely going to set up there.
and I'm thinking that he's also got a little bit of Star Destroyers in there. I think I might have saw the Conquest,
Okay.
but and Hoth.
All right.
That's interesting. I think the Hoth is in there for maybe he's thinking like some EBOs because I know he played that at Nationals, and just some conversations that him and I were having. He's definitely liking the EBOs, especially with
The new General Leia seems to be a very good fit for the EBO.
not only General Leia but the Stolen Tie.
Okay. All right. Now Justin's activated. He's put out his Jedi Council chamber. So he's got most of his activation out so far. And looks like he's just going to draw some cards. Kind of a throne room play. He's just going to build his hand and wait to be reactive.
That's the nice thing about Throne Room. It's more of a reactive deck than I want to set up and I want to do everything.
Yeah. Always has played more reactive than control. So ISB will probably have to start setting up its space and see where it goes from there. All right, so Tom's going to activate his force now.
Tom's getting looks like
I count 8.
yeah, I'm counting 8 as well unless he's got something, but he's definitely got a lot of okay. So he's got the Death Star 2,
Death Star 2
Bay,
docking bay and the Executor.
and see some trample. He's got some Executor sites in there. He's also got the Dagobah Cave.
Okay.
That's actually a card that I've been seeing a lot being played on Jemp right now to combat the Yodas out there. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are playing the Yoda from Reflections 3. I think that's and then they're also
Or there's the new the Yoda that blows out the Force Lightning. It's the senior not the senior council member, but I forget his exact title. But he was one of the new virtual Yodas.
yeah.
We can pull that up on card image.
But
All right, so Tom's going through his reserve deck, it looks like, after the docking bay pull. ISB, definitely an interesting choice. I would not have put Tom Haight on that deck.
No,
I think he was 5.
but
Or no, was he? Yeah, he was 3. Okay.
at the same time, I mean, Justin. I know Justin. He does like throne room, but that's also I never would really put Justin on throne room either.
So you need to use the large image.
Those are this large image.
Oh, really? Interesting. Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, we tried to pull up that Yoda image that we were talking about, but if y'all can see that, let us know. It looks a little blurry on our end. We're paused. We're paused on this end. Keeper of the peace. Thank you, John Anderson. But yeah, I think we just need to find the large image. All right, so we should probably be talking about. We've got General Leia deployed to the battle planes for Justin. Some defensive shields come out. I can't really tell what that shield is because he doesn't have the image cut out.
Looks like it's the. No, it's not professor.
The professor, okay.
No, I don't think it's the professor because the professor is only one word. Yeah, I can't really tell either. Where do you think we should put the card image? So if we talk about a card, I'm thinking about card images. Where do you want to put it? We might maybe just adjust the hands. Maybe make these a little smaller.
We were thinking that we would just show the image for a moment and then take it away. Cover the screen for a sec. Here's that image, and then we just click it on, click it off, and so it shows it for a sec, goes away. Because we don't need to have it on there all the time.
Yeah.
Mine's muted. So. Okay,
so
guys.
Tom just played Imperial Command, and of course Justin grabs that. And then, from what I can see, Justin played Jin Urso, which is one of the better cards that, from the Rogue One.
Yes.
And Philo Gand is down to looks like the
Death Star
Death
2
Star.
docking bay.
So he's gonna be draining 3.
Mm-hmm.
There.
And so now Tom has to deal with the General Leia at the battle planes and the docking bay issue. And so it's I think the early pressure is something that ISB probably doesn't want to have.
No, not at all.
So definitely Justin seems to have a pretty good game plan for this match. We'll see how it goes.
And there we have the Jin. You can see her again. Really good image, really well designed card by Casey Anus and our members of the design team. Again, if you don't know our design teams, you can talk to Matt Crowley. Just looking at some of the chat that we see, yes, we're
The
we're
hand
working on
cams.
the hand cams.
It's a new idea that they were trying out this year, so thank you for the feedback. We are aware that they are not as great as they could be, so we definitely wanted to try it out. It's a good idea, and so we're going to see if it comes in handy. We're going to try to coach the players to maybe sort of show their hands to the camera once in a while.
But I do agree with you on the fact that both players aren't really doing a lot. Dark Jedi Knight, our communications advocate, but it seems like this seems like it's kind of that feel. I know Tom played out the impressive enforcement shield, so that
He was
way
worried about senses for sure.
senses.
Command's been grabbed. So, I mean, I think Justin seems to be in a good spot right now. He's got his stuff out. Like I said, throwing him normally plays reactive, but
Yeah.
He's I think for a deck like ISB, he's gonna have to put
Okay.
the pressure out. So
There we
now
go.
we have Boba Fett, the virtual on Slave One, Symbol of Fear, going to Kessel.
I hope it's the virtual.
It better be.
Yeah, that's something I've been known to do. Is where,
Forget the slip.
well, not only just forget the slip. I've actually played with the wrong version of Boba Fett,
And that the
and
non-virtual version is just not strong enough for the
no,
current meta.
not anymore.
That
And
capture forfeit bonus is just not what it used to be.
oh wow, Tom is loading
Loading
up
up
the
that
Slave
Slave
One.
One. So
Okay,
and
he's got
Coward.
the coward. That's good. It's smart to cancel that drain at the docking bay. I mean, he still has to deal with the drain of 2 at the battle planes from Leia.
Yep. And it was expand the Empire on the Boss Nash chambers. So now the force drain, you cannot force drain there. Yes?
Wow.
So that's
a
yeah.
good, that's
So
a
yeah,
good
yeah. The
point.
expand the Empire has been put on the Boss Nash chamber, so that game text expands over, and so now you can't force
They,
drain there.
yeah, that's a good point.
So if Justin has an alter, he can alter that. That's probably why the oppressive enforcement also came out, is he wants that card to go back
That
to
is
his
a
use
good
pile
point.
after
That
it
is
gets
a
altered.
very good
So
point.
the expand the Empire is big play from Tom. That could help because now he's basically got both those drains mitigated with the come here you big coward and the expand the Empire.
And
So
that's why Tom is a world champion.
well, both these guys are world champs. So I mean, we have the last 2 champs here. So this was a great match for that first game. So
Yeah, I know a lot of us, like I said, once this match was announced, we're just like, holy crap, why is this? This is a dream matchup.
it should be game 8, not game 1.
There's the expand the Empire.
All right, 3PO is going down to the Boss Nash chambers. So get some card cycling going for him.
I can say we forget about the whole card image thing.
Okay, I think you're. All right. So now I got 3PO down. He's gonna cycle some cards. We'll see if Justin can put his space package together.
Think I saw the new Falcon.
The Falcon that moves twice.
Yes,
Yeah.
the virtual Gold Squadron 1.
Mm-hmm. All right. So now
Okay.
we've got
Up there it is. Yep.
Okay, there's the virtual Falcon with Anakin and Corran Horn.
Okay, it looks like Tom's going to go out and try and.
I can't shake him to try
yeah.
to download another pilot aboard. Maybe like an Ozzel or somebody else. Not sure.
So-
Because Ozzel's an ISB agent, but
Yeah. So now the nice thing is, with the fact that he's got both the battle planes and now Hoth, he can actually, even if Tom plays Battle Order, he's got something to counteract the. he
and
can
which
drain.
Imperial is that? Is that
I want to say that's no, it's not Officer Ezek.
Evax? No, it's not.
He's got him down on the slave one already. Corporal Vandalay?
Okay, it does look like a Vandal. He's an ISB agent, so that's probably a Corporal Vandal. Yeah. John Anderson's asking if we have the deck list to refer to. We do not at this point. They were still kind of being processed,
Yeah.
for first game. We're hopeful to get some of that information
Yeah,
as the day goes on.
Our tournament director, Hayes Hunter, has them. He's currently doing some deck checks and getting everybody in process. And is that? It's not Battle of the First Order. Is that Spice Mines?
That's Spice
Kessel?
Mines of Kessel.
Oh my! That is a card that I have never seen somebody play that in a competitive atmosphere in a long time.
Wow. Spice Mines of Kessel.
Oh my god!
That is something you don't see every day, guys.
But then again, from Tom Haid, that is not a surprising move. I mean, he is the one who came up with the whole Chief Bast idea.
He is clever. He is a clever kid, so. All right. You're going to pull up the Scomp Link access so we can pull up these cards?
Yeah, so that way we actually.
Know what
No.
we're talking about. All right, so Spice Mines of Kessel.
And if you guys don't know about the whole Scomp Link, it is one of the. It's a new database that came out within the last month. It's very useful.
Yeah, Puck, we're trying to figure out which captive that it's targeting. Or does it have to target a captive? We're trying to pull up the captive. We're having a little bit of an issue with the game text images to show you guys on stream, but we're at least going to try to pull up the text on our end for the cards that we don't know the exact text of off the top of our head. So, sorry, we're still kind of getting going on this, we don't have permanent streamers or anything, so I know we just got to get through these lumps
So
and all
yeah,
that. But
Corporal Vandelay is the one who allows him to pull the spice mine. He uses one
okay, so he just
force,
pulled it. He didn't actually play the card, the Spice Mines of Kessel.
but it looks like he's going to.
Yeah. So yeah, Vandelay pulled the Spice Mines. Okay, and in the chat they're saying that you can deploy the Diamond docking bay to Kessel and then move to the docking bay and retrieve. So that way you don't have to use spaceships to transport your captives. So you can just use
Oh.
docking bay transit.
But now my question is, what is he going to use to get the captives?
There are like cards like we have a prisoner and things like that that do capture people, like when you forfeit them and stuff. So I could see it maybe being something like that. But yeah, it is interesting to wonder how he's gonna to do captives in an ISB deck. So. All right, so now we've just, looking at the board state during Justin's turn. He's got his space out with the Falcon, Anakin, and Corran Horn. General Leia's at the 2/2, but Expand the Empire has been put on the Boss Nash Chambers, so it is not a force drain there, at least until Justin can get an altar out. We don't know if Justin is running altar, so we don't have our deck lists yet, but that is something we're going to try to get going. So. For Darkside, Tom Hade's got his system with his Slave 1 and a lot of characters on it, including Corporal Vandelay, Officer Evax, Boba Fett, and he has pulled the Spice Mines of Kessel.
So some of the people on the chat are currently asking about the Scomp link. The best place to look for it is on the actual PC site. Once you go to the website, it's www.starwarsccg.org. If you go under the tools, it's the first hyperlink.
And looks like John Anderson has put a link in the chat also, so anyone who needs to follow it from there can do that.
Sorry about that, Mike. Jem, is that apparently I'm a loud breather.
Oh, okay. Mouth breather. That was in Stranger Things.
Oh, I didn't know you were a fan.
Oh, I am. That was a good show. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. This board state hasn't really changed much since I last updated everybody. Looks like Tom Hayes. It's now Darkside's turn. So we're going to see if we get some Spice Mines of Kessel. That's definitely kind of the most interesting variable that we've seen. Oh, okay. Okay, that's right.
Okay, so now Tom just deployed a Star Destroyer.
Visage? I think that's one is.
That's just the Visage.
Or the Stalker? Maybe it's the Stalker. That's
You're
the
right,
one
that
that's
is
the one
correct.
that
That's the one
follows
from-
the ships.
And that one's from
Hoth?
the Hoth expansion.
Yeah. So the Stalker and the Super Slave one, we're calling it.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of the new Slave 1 with the new Boba Fett. I don't know who, if anybody played before the reset, the old Slave 1 combo with...
The one that you could flash one or the other from your hand and go get it. It was like a built-in combat response. Alright, and then they're also saying that there might be a trooper in ISB that adds to the Force Retrieve with Spice Mine.
Sergeant Charles.
Yeah, so Force Retrieval could be an objective that Tom's trying to do to, as an ISB deck, maybe get some of those cards he's had to lose back and keep this game close. I have a feeling this game will take the full amount of time. ISB usually goes pretty far, in my experience, or at least close to time. Alright, so now Tom Hade is, like I said, he's just trying to figure out, after he deployed the Stalker, what else he's going to do this turn. I imagine he might maybe shuttle some pilots over to it and maybe spread out in space, but that seems to be...
Callus.
Okay, Callus is aboard. How many ISB agents does he have now?
4.
Okay, so there it is.
Maybe
Yep,
he's got the 5th.
Yep, so yeah, he did just flip the objective. So now he can retrieve ISB agents, and all force drains everywhere are -1 for light side. So like I said, that's another reason why ISB likes to go to time, because it slows down a lot of damage.
And the fact that right now, well, remember now Court's not in effect, or Coward's not in
Coward.
effect.
Okay. Yeah, because he does
So,
have
so
two
Justin will be able to
battlegrounds.
drain Tom for the 3 next turn.
True. And he'll be able. I guess it'll be -1 from ISB being flipped, and so
That's
he'll have
true.
the drain at the system
For 1.
for 1, and then 2 at the docking bay, and
Yes.
then the other one at the battle planes is still, I believe, not you because they've expanded the Empire. I don't think he can drain there.
No. Oh, we are corrected. Thank you, Dark Jedi. So no, it's not.
Oh,
A
that's
drain
right. It's
minus.
not a
It's
global modifier, right? It's only where there's an agent present. You're right.
at
So
about on the site.
yeah, so they can put. That's where usually like
Okay,
5d6 comes in.
but
All
it
right,
doesn't.
no, okay, so
Now
he's
he's still.
actually going to stack in front of the light side system. Okay. So yeah,
So move the slave one aboard the stalker. Move the stalker over.
and now what's really cool with the stalker is he can now follow. If Tom wants to move, he can keep the pressure on by following. But
Well, I believe the stalker's hyperspeed of 2 or 3.
I think it's a 3.
So
Hoth
the
is a
thing
5.
but
so
he can move away with the Falcon to Coruscant.
Ah, okay, so he'll be out of
So he
hyperspeed range,
won't.
but the slave one would
The
be able to
slave
follow
one will
him.
be able
Could
to.
get yeah, okay. So that's going to be definitely an interesting play with the parsecs here, having Coruscant be on the table and those Star Destroyers not being able to make that
His
jump.
drain's going to be -1 there.
True, true.
So now my next question is: Will Justin run away to Kessel,
That would be, 'cause
or he's just going to stack up?
Yep, I guess Lando's going to go aboard and
And
Padme.
Padme.
Okay, so he's just going to try to.
So we
They're
now
just going to
have
load up their ships and
and,
forfeit characters and.
and Padme's with the Skywalker, so now he gets a destiny to attrition, I believe.
Because yeah, it's with Anakin Skywalker, so yeah, so it adds a destiny to attrition, and
His destiny. Oh, he's just going to move away.
oh,
Now.
but now he's loading
Okay,
up
so,
and moving. So is the stalker? I guess no. Tom Hay doesn't have any force save, so he can't
Oh,
move
so
the
that's
stalker.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for your help on the chat with
Yes,
making sure that
it is much appreciated.
it's hard to catch everything when you're also trying to make sure that you're talking, while you're thinking.
It looks like Justin's just. I don't think he's drawing. Is that wow?
They both have very large hands.
Looks like Justin has 13 in his hand. Which
Interesting.
I wonder if Tom's playing.
So I
that
do see
mono.
we have a prisoner in the dark side player's hands. That's definitely how he's planning on getting
And
those
I think there's
captives.
also the first strike, and he's also got
Force field?
no first strike is the
Oh,
second
okay.
card.
Okay. Oh, I guess.
That is true.
Thanks, John
That's a
Anderson.
very good point. The fact that the stalker can follow, but then the falcon just flies away again because it has that once per game can move a second time.
It is just once per game though, so maybe he could just get him to do that, and then then the stalker can do that once per turn. So the stalker has that better text, but so that's definitely a little cat and mouse that could be going on in space. So it looks like Justin's getting a verify. It might be kind of nice for us to see. I see another Star Destroyer. I see that Tarl. Justin's reading that Sergeant Tarl to go with that Spice Mines at Kessel. So there's definitely some tricks here in this ISB deck.
And I see
Blizzard
that
4,
he's
Imperial
got the
Decree.
Imperial Decree, Blizzard 4. I saw the image of the Dark Lord V.
Mm-hmm. I think he's running, yeah. Is he running both Imperial Decrees? Does he have Rebel base sites to control for the other one? I guess he has Hoth.
Well, he's got the Hoth. He might have the Hoth docking bay.
Yeah. So then that would give you 2 Rebel base sites.
Okay, there's the Darth Vader.
There's Darth Vader. And then
Darth Vader V.
does Padme cancel Vader's game text in space?
That's
Suspend Vader's game text? I think it does. Because that was Vader virtual. Alright, so it looks like Tom's trying to figure out which ships to kind of pursue, and is he transferring? Yeah, he's transferring the slave one into the stalker again, it looks like. And then stalker's going to move to
in front of the
yeah. And which system is that one at? The it's a little hard to tell on the screen. I kind of forgot. I'm guessing it's in between Kessel and Hoth there, so it's got to be a 6 or a
6 or
7
a
or 8.
7. It might be Naboo.
Okay, yeah, Naboo or something.
And yes, again, Puck coming in to help us out. Yes, she does cancel his game text in space.
Yeah, Puck is like our fourth member of the team here. Thank you, John Anderson. We love you. Um, all right, so yeah, so Padme is going to cancel that Vader's game text in space at least. So yeah, these guys are just staring at each other. We haven't had any battles in this game.
No, it doesn't look like we've had a lot of drains either.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
Desai doesn't have anything in his lost pile besides his starting interrupt.
and Tom has a few.
Yeah. Kashyyyk is what Hobby is saying that system is. That makes sense, yeah.
Okay. Actually, it does make sense because his smugglers are forfeit -2.
And it has the ability greater than 6 text on that system?
I believe you're correct.
Yeah. Alright, so Tom's moved in front of that. And Justin's activated for his turn. Justin's going to use 3PO. And he's definitely got some characters in his hand.
I think I see it on Luke.
Luke with Luke lightsaber. He's got a Hoojix, always a good card to have in hand. So,
but no, the light side game text or the dark side game text for Kashyyyk is if you control is Force Drain +1 and all Wookiees on the table are forfeit -3.
okay. I think the smuggler text is on the light side version. Yeah, it has
yes,
something about that.
and then the light side for the dark side Kashyyyk is your starships with any Wookiees aboard are power and forfeit +2 here.
Nice. Okay.
So
there's no Wookiees.
There's the Sergeant Tarl.
All right, Tarl is out.
With the I can't shake him.
Okay.
And I think Justin threw down the Luke down to the home 1 docking bay.
Yep, Luke with lightsaber is definitely there. So you wonder if maybe he's going to move him over to where Philo and Jyn Erso are to increase that force drain. Or no, he's going to a separate docking bay
the other docking
to
bay.
spread out even more. So
Justin's getting some of that damage in.
Yep, because
Is that a Johnny? That is a Johnny Chu signed Luke Skywalker.
you know that's pretty legit. That is pretty
Definitely
legit.
Increase the value of that card.
Yeah. If anyone's signature could increase the value of a card, it's Johnny Chu.
And looks like Justin's drawing up some cards right now.
Okay. So his play this turn was just to really put Luke out and get him over to the docking bay, set up another force drain that Tom's going to have to deal with. It's like a verification of a reserve deck.
And he did then move the Falcon back over to Hoth, so
Okay, yeah.
again with that cat and mouse.
The cat and mouse game continues. But you just got to wonder what Tom's going to do about these sites. Oh, and also Qui-Gon did go to the battle planes. I don't think I noticed
so in
that.
case Tom wants to drop somebody down.
Yeah. So yeah, no Admiral's orders in effect.
Okay, so there's Majeric.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we knew he was going to have to respond to some of these sites.
Yeah.
So maybe he can get rid of Philo and Jyn, but I mean that's pretty hard. You're going to put somebody else there with old Marajik.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Tom Payne. Oh no, he's still.
That's
activating.
Yularen is also going to the docking bay.
Okay.
Wolf Yularen. I guess he does have these massive
Up there's the Hoth docking
Hoth
bay.
docking bay, like we were thinking about for that.
Is that a corporal?
It's one of the biker scouts, Orbrick, or yeah. So he's gonna just put some dudes down. Hope to clear. Oh, and Tarkin, and that's the ISB helper Tarkin. So he I think he lets you like draw up to 6 cards or something when he's deployed.
But
He's a cool card.
Biker Scout looks to be Corporal Obrick.
Obrick, okay. Yeah, he's definitely an ISB agent. I think his game text is pointless, but he's an ISB agent.
Yeah.
And he's
That's-
ability
that's
to
the- that's the
Imperial.
the part that matters.
Ability into Imperial, so. Alright, so now we've got, you want to look up Tarkin just to kind of see?
Yes. Tarkin's is
Image of the Dark Lord was drawn for Destiny. It looks like we did get a battle there.
the first battle.
The first battle of the game. Of world streaming, yay.
And what are you
3PO
looking for
puller.
me? So Destiny 5 for Justin.
So Destiny 6 for Tom, does that clear? I know Philo does
It's not
add.
going to clear because uh, she only adds to defense value +2 at an opponent's docking bay, but that should get rid of the Jin. So now Justin can look at Tom's hand.
Yep. So now we're gonna peek at that hand too. We have a prisoner. We have a prisoner. Lost in Space, and
All
Spice
right,
Mines a Kessel. And I can't tell what that character is. It's
I
Spice
know it's
Mines
an
a
alien.
Kessel. Two, we have a prisoners, and a Lost in
Might
Space.
be a Daro.
Duro could be correct. I think he's an ISB agent.
Yeah, but yes, Tarkin. When he is deployed, you can draw cards from your reserve deck until you have up to 6 cards in your hand. During a battle, present with 2 ISB agent may cancel an opponent's gesture on Destiny.
Okay, so maybe he canceled
So
that
he
5.
probably he canceled the 5.
Okay.
So that's why we're seeing. That's why the Jin was lost.
And I'm
Yeah,
guessing Tom, I think he had less than 6 cards in hand, but he didn't want to take advantage of that game text because he knew he had that 6 on top. So,
exactly.
'cause I was wondering, I was like, oh, he put that Tarkin down, but he didn't draw any cards. I knew he had a short hand, so he just had that 6 tracked, and tracked 6 are better than 1 extra card in your hand any day of the week, I'd say.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. And reading the chat here, Mike Gem is pointing out Lost in Space is going to allow him to capture people in space.
Ooh.
So yes, Lost in Space as a capital starship can capture a pilot. So if they move, then and then with the stalker, I like that combo. So then you kill their pilot and then you follow their ship. Like that's a double whammy.
That
That is
is.
dirty business right there. I
And
like it.
and Tom just captured the Philo.
Just
So
captured Philo.
he's got his first. Okay, so now he's not going to be transit over to the hot docking bay, so he controls.
And then he
He's
can
got,
move
well,
the
he's got one
stalker
rebel.
there.
Okay, so now he's going to move
Yeah.
the stalker. So now
This game
Tom
just got
has-
interesting.
Yeah. So he's got 2 rebel base locations. Oof.
Yeah, so we're trying to figure that out as well, Mike Gem. We're trying to figure out how he's gonna get this captive over there, but this is definitely an interesting play that's going on.
And Matt Crowley just came out of the game room. He's going to help us with getting those deck lists, so that way we can.
We can update you on if Justin's running an altar to see if that's going to be in big play, and
What
just to
kind
help you,
of shenanigans Tom Haid has.
because we've just started seeing the shenanigans. I think with this.
Oh, a few, yeah. I'll give you that. Okay.
All right, so now it looks like it's Justin's turn now.
So now the question is, what is Justin going to do to counteract Tom having the 2 rebel base locations?
Right, and now Justin does know that he has the Lost in Space, so that's going to also change the way he kind of has to do some things, because he doesn't want to get any more people captured. I'm assuming, because all of a sudden this dark side deck is looking to complete its
Okay,
Spice
so-
Mines a Kessel thing.
True. Looks like Justin is now going to drain Tom at the executor docking bay.
All right, we do have the lists now in front of us for these decks.
And yes, Tom was playing the Daro, so that alien that we saw was the Daro.
I'm looking for an altar on Justin's list, and I do not see one yet.
Okay. And I
Yep.
believe it was Mike Gem who said about the Lost in Space. Yes, that is correct. Tom is playing Lost in Space. He's playing 1 copy.
It's in his hand right now. We
Ooh.
saw it when he did the
Oh.
peek. Yeah, when Jin Urso did the peek in hand, we
That's
saw
when we
the
saw
Lost
that.
in Space. There was 2 We Have a Prisoners, a Lost in Space, and yeah, and the Spice Mines of Kessel. And there was one other card that was the Daro or whatever.
Yeah, he is playing Daro. He's playing
yeah.
the Daro virtual.
Yeah, so we think we had his hand pegged as 2 We Have a Prisoners, Spice Mines of Kessel, Lost in Space. So he's got a lot of the parts he needs to do his little trick here. So definitely, thanks for joining us on the stream. This game is started off a little slow, but I think we're going to start seeing some
Looks
cool
like Justin
stuff.
did a search possibly for a docking bay. So Tom is currently verifying.
Verifying. Saw a lot of high destiny cards in there.
That's what Throne Room does.
Yep.
That's one thing.
And it's especially what KTOD does with their throne room. With all their decks, they love to draw high destinies. So.
Well, you were the one who just said high destiny is better than having extra cards
Yeah.
in your hand.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather have a track 6 than an extra card in my hand any day of the week. All right. So.
I noticed one thing. Tom is sporting the Curio Cruz hoodie today.
Yep.
Of his
This Rebel flight suit was last year, wasn't it?
Well, he did. I think he only played it. Only wore it for the day 3.
For the last day. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I
No
remember
flight
last
suit
year.
this year, guys. Sorry
So-
about that.
He's got to support. He's got to
Represent his brand, right?
Yeah, exactly. He's got
Brand
his,
ambassador.
He's got a store down in Northern Virginia, and Justin's just drawing up after moving the Gold Squadron 1.
Okay. And so looking at Justin's deck, he doesn't have like the home 1 package. He's running the Profundity and the Falcon as his spaceships. So there's no Akbars or any of that stuff.
I know a lot of light side throne rooms don't normally run Akbars or
Yeah.
like a lot of the packages are getting out of the home 1 because they're seeing a lot of lateral damage. I'm expecting to see a few lateral damages on these streams.
Looks like the card that Justin cut last was Lost in the Wilderness. Change
That's
it to a smoke screen. I always like seeing people like that. I wonder what that last card was. It an altar? So yeah, if that expand the Empire play is going to work all game because Justin does not have altar.
Oof,
So
that's tough.
all right, the Spice Mines of Kessel is being deployed. So we don't know exactly which. It's targeting Philo. Would be the captive.
She is the only one.
Yep. So when he delivers Philo to Kessel, he can retrieve force equal to the captive's forfeit. Something along that nature. Yeah, this is a tricky dark side deck for sure. I don't think we didn't put Tom Hate on ISB to begin with, and we especially didn't put him on Kessel ISB.
Correct.
All right.
So he'd be
And then what does Tarl add to that total? Because I know Tarl adds to that that retrieval. So and Philo has a forfeit of 4 or 5. I think she's a 5.
No, she's a 4.
She's a 4/4.
She's a 4/4. Right, she deploys for free and upon a stocking
Yeah.
bay.
Okay.
Tarl.
Adds 4 to the force retrieved.
And it's immune to attrition. It's adds 4, or immune to alter. I'm sorry.
Okay. So he could retrieve like 7 force. Or
But now we gotta
actually
get-
8 force, because if it's 4 from Philo and 4 from that.
But Tarkin is the one who's escorting her.
Okay.
So he's got to find a way to
To
swap cap.
swap,
captain,
yeah, to change that. Okay.
Which
You can
comes
just
in-
can you do that in a move phase, or I forget exactly how you can transfer.
You know what would be a good thing to do? We should check the ARs that Chris Menzel,
Oh,
the Euro
yes.
Emperor, brought today.
Yes, yeah. For those who are not here, we have we'll try to get one on stream for you and show you. There's some glossaries that were printed for all the registrants.
Yes, yeah.
And
that's
it's like a full AR. It's got full color V slips. It's got all the errata text. Really cool thing to have.
Yes.
And maybe at some point we can make those available to purchase or donate. Make them part of the donation packages or something. That would be a good idea.
That would be.
So,
And if you don't know, that's something that the PC does do. Every year they come up with a new package
Yep.
for people who donate. Like last year, players received, you can, depending on the tiers and everything, like I myself, I donated 100. I got this awesome
yeah, you
t-shirt
have
that
BB-8
Google-
T-shirt.
The BB-8 t-shirt. they sent me
The
this-
shirt with a virtual card on it. How awesome is
Exactly.
that?
You get design your own virtual card. They do this, called the virtual light. And
You guys get to pick from a list ones, if I remember correctly, how
you
those
pick from
work.
a certain list, and
Yeah.
you get to virtualize that specific card. And I got a nice mug.
Yeah, awesome.
And
So I
for
mean,
$100, I mean, definitely want to support the PC, but in PC swag.
yeah, support us and get some cool stuff. Get your name on the bottom of a card. Get some of your designs out there. I'm sure a lot of players who are watching may already kind of know this stuff, but we're here representing. So we gotta.
Yes, actually, yes, John Anderson. Yeah, the Spice Mines of Kessel does say that it has to be a trooper to deliver it, so he's definitely going to have to swap the captive.
Which, I mean, like, so I'm not super good at the rules, but I thought you could just do that as a move phase thing. But maybe that's
Eh,
only like bring him.
Oh, okay, never mind. So
It was Jin.
he transferred. So he has both Philo and Jin. Again, that's something we didn't see because
Okay.
undercover spy.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So she
So
blended
he
in so
did just
well.
play,
So here's the
and he's
retrieval.
retrieving. Wow.
So that, I mean, that's just such a big force swing in this game that he was able
But
to
now
get.
he lost one of his. He should lose the Spice Mine
Okay.
or less again.
So just the Spice Mines of Kessel goes lost as well?
Yeah. So when he delivers it, yep.
Yep, they're pointing that out now.
Okay.
But I wonder if that's something maybe he can get back with. Does he have like a no escape, or does he run just one copy? Oh, he
No,
runs
he's running
two
two
copies
of
of
the
Spice Mines and
Mine.
Kessel. Okay.
So, and it looks like Justin's shield broken.
He does run the Hear Me Baby Hold Together to pull another shield. So I don't know
Okay.
if he's played that to get one of those or if he hasn't found
That's
it yet.
true.
So that is
Oh
and
no,
as
he does play
we were
it,
just like 1 second behind the
but
action
he's
here, aren't we?
deploying. He throws out the
Weapons
display,
display.
which I'm kind of. Oh, but he does have the aim high.
Yeah, he already starts aim high on table.
Yeah.
So that does help. So yeah, the retrieval should have been costed.
So now Justin gets to retrieve one.
Yep.
With the weapons display
Yep,
because Tom did
'cause
deploy.
A character with ability and did not
And
battle.
He is, yes, and he does have control of two.
Yep.
He has
He's got
control of
the
side
battle
system
planes
planet
and the
planes.
yep. Cool. Yeah, it was
Yes.
9 because it was Jin, and Jin is a 5 forfeit,
And then Tarl
and
adds
Tarl
4.
adds 4. So it was 9 retrieval from the Spice Mines at Kessel. And like I said, he does run another copy, so we could see that again on the Philo Gandish who's been captured, which would net 8 more force. So
Or he just holds it on to somebody who's big, like
yep.
Luke.
Yeah, I mean Luke
he
hasn't
ever
come
captured
down.
Luke?
I guess Luke's been at that docking bay for a while.
Yeah, Luke's sitting there, and Justin's draining him for the 2.
Is Luke at the blockade flagship bridge? Not at a
No,
docking
he's
bay?
at
Okay,
the,
he's
docking
at
bay.
the docking bay. Okay. Yep. So yeah, we have our this ISB game with Spice Mines of Kessel going off, and we just saw 9 retrieval from a Spice Mind of Kessel Jin Urso.
There's an interest. So Justin just throws down lightsaber proficiency onto the Luke with
Okay.
lightsaber down to. They're both sitting at that docking bay. So now he's gonna be draining for 3 a turn.
Nice.
And
So yeah, we got Luke there with his lightsaber and proficiency, and he'll battle at 12 power. Because it's power plus, isn't it? Yeah, power plus 3,
So he's power plus 2. So he makes him 11.
and then you get 3 more
No,
from.
yeah, no,
just the
so-
lightsaber gives him 2.
Lightsaber gives him plus 2 because.
Yeah,
of
so
the-
he's battling at
lightsaber
11, yeah.
Proficiency makes it plus 3.
Okay, so yeah, he's battling at 11 power all by himself, and immune less than 7 because he's
Uh,
alone.
And we're about to check on that, John Anderson. Okay. And we actually have somebody going in there to check on the.
Yeah, we don't
time
have a
situation.
timer right out. We're not in the room itself. We're outside, kind of in the hallway to keep the noise down and all that. So we'll get an update on you on time. Sounds like
15-minute warning.
15-minute warning. So the one thing that I was definitely kind of concerned with is if Tom's going to keep retrieving force, is he just trying to get this game to go to time so he has that big reserve deck with all of those cards he's retrieved?
That might be it.
You know, I think the dark side deck with the retrieval should be able to win.
So,
but who knows? So
that's
Justin's
actually a good point. I think Tom's not looking to
win this game. He's winning to win on time. Yes.
And that's a really good strategy for Tom. It really depends on what he's also playing for light side. 'Cause
True.
I know Tom Hay loves QMC. That is his bread and butter. He played it last year. He played it day 2 and day 3.
We're glad you turned in too, guys. Thanks for
Yes.
Thanks for checking us out. We do have a pretty interesting game for Game 1, so stick with us all day. We'll be showing some awesome Star Wars. So, Spice Mines of Kessel in Game 1. It can only go, up from here.
Yes, we definitely agree with you, Dark Jedi.
Yeah, this is sick.
So, it looks like now Jin has deployed down to the hot docking bay again. Okay, and there's another Spice Mines of Kessel.
Okay. So, how did Jin get redeployed? That is.
He retrieved her.
But how can you?
He
Because
retrieved
that's at a site. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
so-
hard to tell. I thought he was on the stalker. Okay, the view is a little weird.
I don't know about the. So no, she's not
She's
captured.
an undercover
She's
spy at
yeah,
the Hoth docking bay for Darkseid. Jin,
unless Justin threw her down and he actually captured her with something, but I doubt that.
yeah, we might have missed that, but we're under the assumption because she's sideways that she's an undercover spy at the Hoth docking bay,
Yeah,
covering up with those Imperials.
because Tom has Philo
All right,
parallel
now
to
Ray
Tarkin.
has come out. Is
Yeah,
she at the
that's a good question because
docking bay?
I don't know how he deployed her.
Well, he could go to the Hoth docking bay because it's a 1-1.
True.
That's why I'm wondering if that's where she is. It's just a little hard for us to tell where that Ray
Or
is.
or he threw her down to the yeah. So it looks like he deployed her down to the home one docking bay, and then he moved her over with docking bay transit.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, thanks, Michael.
And looks like okay. So Tom just made Philo loss. So now again he's
There's
retrieving
Spice
for
Mines
8.
retrieval, so that's going to be 8 force retrieved.
Oof,
Spice Mines of
tough to
Kessel.
beat.
It's, I mean, with this ISB deck, it just captures your characters and then retrieves them. So that is that's interesting. It's something I haven't seen, especially
No.
at a top level from a world champ. So this is cool. This Spice
Well,
Mines of Kessel.
technically Tom is the current world champ because
Right. Well, I guess
nobody's beaten him yet.
He's still the defending champ. How about that? He just retrieved
Yeah.
8 force.
Tom has no loss pile. It is a blank, empty.
It's the second time he's done it this game.
Yeah. So talking to Lenny Rubin, our
Man on the inside.
the man on the inside. Apparently, Tom has rolled everybody with this combo in locals for the last year. So this isn't something new for Tom. This is not something that he came up with the Worlds, but it's a secret. I guess it's a secret deck that the Northern Virginia guys didn't want to tell people about. Okay, so Justin plays Hear Me Baby again. He's going to go get another shield.
Has Tom grabbed anything of Justin's yet? I don't wonder why he hasn't grabbed
No.
any.
I don't think Tom. I think Tom wants to just grab certain cards. Maybe he's thinking for the altar. Maybe he's definitely got to be thinking that altar's there.
Yeah. So, I mean, we know from the deck list.
Well, for the cards, for the Expanding Empire.
But yeah, so we've looked. We have the deck list in front of us. We know that there's no altar in Justin's list. So.
But he does have. So he did get that one Spice Mine, the first Spice Mine back. So
Oh, okay.
Now.
Oh, so with the second Spice Mine, he got the first one back.
So now we can see the Vandalay pulling it again.
Yep.
If he captures somebody again,
Yeah, because he still has. We have a prisoner.
and he's just retrieving that force pile or that lost
Until
pile.
time runs out. Really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ugh.
this is so. Justin's got to come up with some way to break this loop and get some damage through because now Tom doesn't have a loss pile.
And
All right, so Justin's definitely got to figure out a way to get some more damage through because with Tom retrieving,
that's interesting.
we've counted
Justin
17
played-
force.
Justin played the weapons.
The
or
planetary
planet
defensive
defense.
shields?
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe
I wonder
pulling
he's
shields
he's
to
just
pull
pulling shields to pull shields.
And we just have word, okay, that Scotland Grell has won his first game.
I'm looking for
that's
you,
impressive.
Keith, on Tom's list. I'm not seeing a Hut Smooch.
No.
Yeah,
There
no
was
no Hut Smooch. No Hut Smooch.
But Tom did throw out the resistance shield, so that way he blocks some of the damage. I'm wondering why Justin threw down the Qui-Gon with stick down to the battle planes, because Tom just can let them sit there,
Yeah.
because it doesn't look like he has any way to
Get him off of there.
get him off there, unless that is a Naboo, where the
No, that's
Slate one.
Kashyyyk.
That
That's
is
Kashyyyk. Yeah, Kashyyyk, Kessel, Hoth. The systems for
Okay.
Darkseid. So the light side deck, I don't think it runs the system.
So we are now up to 39 people watching.
Nice, guys.
impressive.
Tell your friends, tell your playtest partners if they're not, even if they're not
Ooh,
available,
there we
just
go.
just get them to turn the stream on so we get some more eyeballs and more
Justin just
views.
threw down the Profanity and Chewy with Bowcaster.
Okay, and that's at the system where
He threw that
the
down.
caching system.
So how much force do you think he threw that down for?
So that's the Profinity. I guess the Profinity is -4 added us opponent system that they occupy.
Yeah.
So that costs just 2.
That's 2, and then
And then Chewy is minus because of the Kashyyyk text. So nice. That's some pretty sweet discounts you got there.
So we are up to 59 players today.
Yeah, 59 players are playing in the main event. Ryan Jellison had the first buy.
Yes, and he was pretty happy about that.
Yep, he immediately walked out of the room. He's like, "I'll see you guys in an hour." So
Yeah, so the best part about that for him was he actually told me today that he's hoping to go 4-0 with his dark side, and he's hoping to go 2-2 with his light side.
So I wonder what side he'll have to. He got the buy
That's
on.
the question.
Yeah, because if he skipped a dark side game, he'll not be too happy about that. But if he
No,
skipped a light
no.
side game, maybe he'll be all right.
And I'll tell you this, his dark side deck is it's not fun to play against. He actually played it in the recent Alderaan regionals.
Okay, yeah, you were there.
Yes, and I played him game 6, and the funny thing was, if I won, I would have won the game. The
That whole
entire
tournament?
thing.
Looks
I
like
ended up
Solo
losing.
also came down on the Profundity also.
Oh, so now he's adding a Battle Destiny because Solo's
And
with Chewie.
Hera is a Destiny, and Wisa got a Grand Army Destiny. And that Destiny went to attrition because Vader is still there. So, maybe one more draw. Well, I guess so.
Well, and his Destinies are plus.
Solo's not on the Falcon, so he wouldn't. Does he not add a Destiny? Or does he has one with Chewie?
he
That's
has
what
one
it
with
is.
Chewie.
Okay, yeah, so he should add one.
So he's got one from there. He's got one from Lando.
And he's got one from ability.
and he's got one from attrition.
Yeah.
And his Destinies are all +1.
Okay, because Anakin's there.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, Key's telling us the Qui-Gon play was probably just a back down against the beatdown, but
But yeah, I mean, if
And
Tom's
Qui-Gon-
trying to capture, there's no real point to get her off. Like, there's no way to really
Yeah.
get her off.
yeah. Interesting, but so they're definitely battling up there in the Kashyyyk system.
Yeah, looks like Justin initiated. So I mean, Tom is getting 2 Destiny for him. He should be getting 2 because of Fett and
Boba Fett.
ability.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like he drew. Oh, he's getting
3.
his objective.
Oh yes. Yep.
So Tom got 3. So that is very, very true.
Oh, and for those who are just tuning in, the commentators, my name is Queso Sauce 37 or Jerry, and then we also have Dan.
Tartaglione, D Tartag 1. It's actually kind of a funny that you mentioned that, Dark Jedi. You just said that's my dad's. That's actually my dad's name. My dad's name is Jerry Tartaglione.
Well, that's cool. I didn't know that.
It's a little.
But Dan's dad is not doing commentary. We promise.
No, he's off. I think he's in Vegas this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. He asked me if I wanted to go, and I'm like, no.
I'm busy.
I have to go to do Star Wars
That's
stuff.
right. All right. So I think they're still just kind of mulling over that battle.
Yeah.
Trying to decide who to
'Cause
forfeit
it
or.
looks like he did. Yeah, it's a good point. He did make he did make an infantry command limited.
Okay.
So
So that's
Justin
so
only made the
so
2
it was the
Destinies.
one draw and the one to attrition.
Attrition.
Okay. So would
Tom then drew 3,
okay. So that makes
So-
sense then.
and I know the Profanity isn't immune to attrition, and I don't think the Falcon's immune either.
The Falcon isn't immune because none of the matching pilots are piloting it currently.
And the Profanity doesn't have any immunity.
No, but he's got so much forfeit on these dudes. Like Corin Horn is up there. I'm sure he'd
Horn,
be a good one to
Padme.
lose. Yeah, I mean Padme's actually doing some cool
Anakin.
text with her game text. So I wouldn't lose
True,
Padme.
but she isn't a pilot.
She's canceling Vader's
He's also
text.
got Lando.
True, true. Yeah, it was limited with Yeah, Tarkin is somewhere. Tarkin's at the other system, I think.
Oh. Ah. So yes, there was a clarification earlier where Tom was able to cancel the Destiny, and they were wondering if the attrition still got through within command.
It's difficult for us to tell because I don't know what's all up there. It's Boba
It's
Fett and like Vandalay and other
Vader, and it looks like Veers. Veers is
Veers.
also up
Okay,
there.
and it's the new Veers. He might be the one who's canceling
Yes,
Destiny.
that
Let's look
is-
up his text real quick.
And I believe he's from set 7, which is another good set 7 card. Oh, he was set 6.
Yeah, he was not.
So once per game, have a Hoth location, you can pull.
No,
So,
okay.
No, he's just an
He
IS.
doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't do
Yeah,
anything
he
like
doesn't
that.
do anything.
Interesting.
I think that's the Veers that Tom Haid actually before the tournament started. He was really sad because Tom Haid does not like whiteboard cards. So if you ever want to get him to sign a card, make sure it's a whiteboard card. There was this good story from last year at the NPC where Matt Crowley played Tom Haid, and before the match they actually agreed on the fact that Tom would have to sign, if Matt won, he'd have to sign his white bordered Rebel flight suit. His Tom Haid design card. If Tom won, he could fill in the whiteboard with any color he wants, so he made it black bordered with a Sharpie. So before today, Tom was a little sad about the fact that he only had one white bordered card.
The Veers, because they
So
didn't make
he
a black
ran
border
out,
of that one.
Got it printed from the V kit to make it blackboard, and they Sharpied it in.
Oh man, I actually prefer white border cards whenever I can because I feel like all the other ones are black bordered, so I like to have some difference. But
I'm one of those people like cards that I always know I want to pool. I like having white border cards.
yeah, so that way when you're
So
going through your
you
deck,
know.
you look for the white bordered cards. Yeah,
Like
Puck, we should be very close to time.
Yes.
We heard a 15-minute warning a while ago, and there's a lot of players out here in the lobby, which usually means
seeing
that their
the Matt
games are all
Crowleys,
finished.
The Greg Shaws, Bill Kafer, Chris Kelly, Chris Googlin, and I believe Joe Olson. And is that Cal Elder?
That's Cal Aldred, yep.
Okay.
Yep, so people are starting to crowd out around here, so we're guessing these games are just about done.
So now the question, what it really comes down to is
Life Force.
Life Force.
With that 17 force retrieved through those Kessel mines, I've got to feel like Tom Haid's ahead. But
the thing is,
Throne
Tom
Room
does
doesn't
have
put a ton of
Tom-
cards down, so
Tom has put on a lot
yeah.
of cards.
But he retrieved 17 force. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, that is. But judging by the amount,
It
of
does
cards
look
on the
close
table-
for sure on Life Force. It's hard to tell a little bit, huh? Okay, we got a man on the inside telling us that it looks really close.
Yeah.
So
This is still anybody's game, and the other thing we got to remember is Justin went first.
Justin did go first. So Tom could set up a turn where he maybe for his last turn of the game he does a lot of damage and puts.
Well,
you
not
know,
only that, I mean, he can put cards back from his hand. He can
try to get one more
maybe
Spice
try-
Mine to go off. Like
Exactly.
he has to get another captive, which I wonder. Like I said, Hut Smooch would have been a great way for him to
Oh.
get Jin.
Was that a Desperate Reach combo? I think Justin just played a Desperate Reach combo.
See if that's on the deck list. Is that Bish Shuffle? Yeah, he does have a Bish Shuffle,
Okay.
Desperate Reach.
So he's trying to put down some. He's trying to put some cards as well. So they're in that stage of play all.
So
your
I'm sure they're
music
aware of their
and
time limit. They definitely look like they're hustling. So I'm sure they want to try to get this finished as
That's one of
close
the
to.
worst feelings.
It is one of the worst feelings,
Especially in, like,
when it's
game
such a
one.
close game where you know like each card's gonna matter and and all that.
Okay,
So Spice Mines to
he's
Kessel,
the
pulling that
Spice
with
Mine.
Vandalay.
Maybe okay. So we gotta see and see what the We Have a Prisoner does, because
I think it captures a character just
Jin.
forfeited.
Is that what it does?
I think the character has to be forfeited for We Have a Prisoner to work.
Yeah, lost or forfeited, or okay, or against a capital starship.
Okay.
So he can use X Force, where X is twice the number of characters. So he hasn't captured a starship yet.
No.
So what I'm thinking is, if Tom can get down the Spice Mine, which he did deploy, or no, that's expanded Avatar. If he, can get
He
that
pulled
out,
it. He pulled it.
pulled it. If he can get maybe capture Jin, shuttle her aboard the Stalker, move the Stalker, retrieve.
Yep. So that could be like his last turn
Yeah,
play
I'm thinking
to get
that
himself
might
a few
be-
more
or
force
he tries
and get.
captures the one of the starships.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, he's got to capture the Falcon if he does. Okay, so it looks like Justin is retrieving with Jedi levitation. He's using the 3.
And there's no like on the edge on Justin's list either. He doesn't have any other. He's got Walkling to retrieve with, which he hasn't popped yet, but he doesn't have an on the edge. He doesn't have like a way to.
Okay, so he's throwing Philo down to. Oh, he retrieved Philo. Okay, and he's throwing her down to the Death Star docking.
So he can maybe try to do more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But Tom.
I just wonder if there's not gonna be
enough
enough time for that.
I don't know. I know Tom has the resistance to reduce that drain by 1.
He captured the guys earlier, Angelo, by they were forfeited from a battle, and then there was we have a prisoner. So, yeah, they were forfeited from battle, and then we have a prisoner, and then moved over. So yeah, there's been 2 Spice Mines at Kessel, and he's possibly setting up a 3rd. So he's retrieved. I think it was 9 off of the Jin, and then 8 off of the Philo. Mm-hmm. So we think we have him at 18 retrieved or 17 retrieved. Looks like he's drawn some Battle Destiny here. Justin is probably just battling in space.
Yeah, they're just battling in space.
Although I don't know if that's a good idea. If he has to forfeit any characters, then they could get lost in space or.
Yeah. Well, no, he'd have to capture the ship.
Oh, right.
So, but the Lost in Space captures the ship.
Lost in Space makes the pilot stay there, and then they can be captured by a capital starship that's present. That's how it works. It's on Lost in Space.
Yeah. If pilot was lost deployed on that location and stack pilot here, pilot may be rescued or captured by a capital starship present here during any move phase, and may be targeted by weapons except during battle as if present. And
so Solo is getting lost, and Corran Horn to the battle damage attrition. So Padme stays, Lando stays, Anakin stays, which is probably who you want, and Chewie, right? He didn't lose Chewie.
He lost Chewie.
Oh, he lost Chewie earlier. That's right. Yeah.
So he's got Lando piloting the Falcon with Anakin.
And then Padme is a passenger. I don't know if she's on the Profinity. I think she was originally deployed on the Profinity, but I don't know if she's still there. She might have moved over.
Grady, you are correct. WAP does work in space.
Oh, we have a prisoner, not we have a plan. Like, there's no WAP going on. Okay, right. I guess it is the same acronym.
I haven't seen a lot of people, that's another deck that I know a lot of people don't want to play right now just because of Court.
Mm-hmm.
That Court, Fearful of Court is a thing.
Yeah, Court was definitely one of the strongest Darkside decks at the Nationals tournament.
Nationals.
Endor before it, yeah.
Yeah, it's been present so long.
Mm-hmm. Ryan Jellison, definitely the one who brought that one back. He would play that a lot, I feel like. He does.
I know he didn't play that at the Alderaan Regionals. He played something else that we might end up seeing today.
Okay, yeah.
But he actually gave that to Anthony Batmouse Howard, who
won the tournament, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. You know what? If there's
props to Batmouse. He's a good dude. I like that guy.
Yeah. Who he basically is now in charge of all the online stuff.
Yeah, he's very involved in the GEMP application. I know that he's like
he's on
runs the leagues and stuff over there. I think he's really involved in that. All right, so now we've got more space action. Like he's just shuffling his players. Are they at time yet? Huh? You think Tom's at 19? All right, we've heard we think Tom's got about 19 life force. So Justin's got to have less than that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't know exactly. You want to know how much time they got, or 3 or 4 minutes? So we are coming right up against the clock, and we think that Tom Hayes got 19 force, which is basically the amount he retrieved from his Spice Mines of Kessel, because he retrieved 17. So like imagine if he wins this by like 17, because that's just nuts. I mean, I know differential isn't used anymore, but we're probably going to go to time here, and
no, I mean. It's still, whoever loses this match is still going to have a ridiculously strong strength of schedule.
Yeah, because assuming these guys both do what they usually do,
So it looks like Justin's retrieving.
With Walkling, maybe? Or...
We have a plan. Or no, weapons display.
Weapons display.
Well, no, he doesn't control that. Might be the Walkling.
The Walkling's still out, but
yeah. But he doesn't have to pay. He doesn't have to pay to retrieve.
All right, so we definitely just got to see how this last turn is going to go, because I'm thinking this is going to be Justin's last turn,
Yeah.
and then Tom will get his last turn. Because I know it's like 3 or 4 minutes left, but who knows? It's definitely been a very interesting game. A little slow starter, but once we started seeing the Spice Mines of Kessel get going on, that made things a lot more lively.
I will say this though: if Tom comes away with the win, you know what his card MVP is?
Card MVP, expand the Empire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Stopping that early drain of 2
Yeah.
was big.
yeah. Like I've heard about that being a blowout play against the Boss Nash Chambers and the Battle Planes thing, but I haven't seen it work so well before.
Yeah, that's an extremely good point there, Angelo.
Yeah, Angelo.
Heavy
That's
retrieval and a deck that can just shut down drains is.
So yeah, the early pressure was something that he dealt with well, and we'll see.
Time is called, and each have 21 life force.
Okay, time has been called. Both players have 21, so Tom is going to get the last turn. All right,
Tom is
so
on his last turn.
we are on the last
Both
turn
have
of this game, and
21.
they're tied at 21.
We
Is
might
what
be going to lost pile.
we might be going to lost pile, which means Tom should win because he's retrieved so much.
No, but so the thing is, Justin's now putting cards back.
Yeah.
Or no, is he activating?
Not certain what he's
I'm
doing.
not sure what
there.
he does. That is a question that we'll have to ask him after this match.
Yeah. I mean, we have his deck list, and
So Justin just lost the Profanity. So it looks like they're battling.
So
in
there was a
space.
battle in space.
But and being that Justin didn't have any characters on the ship,
Yeah, that's why he wanted to lose that, so he didn't have to get another
looks
captive.
like Tom is losing cards. There goes Tarkin and Callus.
And light side lost Profundity.
So
Lost in space. Was that a Battle Destiny draw, or was that just? I don't know what
think
he's doing with that.
Lost in... Okay, so if a pilot was just lost, so he's playing the Lost in Space.
He's
as
playing the
an
Lost in
immediate
Space on his
effect
own pilot
get
to keep
Calibus
it from
back
not out of the lost
So,
pile.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a
They
direct
are
strategy.
playing for tiebreakers right now, guys. So basically, yeah, he lost and spaced his own pilot simply so that he didn't have to put it in the lost pile.
And, okay, so
Retrieved an ISB agent during
he
draw
did-
pile,
So
draw phase.
Justin just retrieved with the
Walkling.
Walkling. He placed that out of play by flipping it over. So he's got one more force back. So
This is good. We know they're tied on life force.
and Justin, it doesn't look like Justin has. Well, no, we're not tied with Life Force anymore because Justin just retrieved one.
Justin,
Justin
but no,
has-
but so did Tom Haidt. He retrieved an ISB agent with his objective. So we are tied
So
at
we're
life
still
force.
tied.
Yeah.
And from the looks of Justin's hand, he only has Lost Interrupts. He's got the Hojinks, the smoke screen, and I can't see what the last card is, but it is a red card.
It looks like a Mantillion
Oh,
Savrit.
nope, it doesn't matter. Hear me, baby.
Hear me,
He
baby.
just played another. Hear
Okay,
Me,
does
Baby,
Tom have an
which
interrupt?
Tom is grabbing it.
Okay.
That's-
So that's not going to go to Justin, so we're still tied then.
Yes. So again,
Yeah, I mean, we're basically, guys,
And
we're just
now-
just
now
counting
again,
how many
we-
cards they're putting back to see if it's
looks
still
like,
the same.
It looks like Tom only has 2 cards in his lost pile, and we know Justin has at least.
A
than
handful, yeah. So yeah, I mean they're counting numbers right now, so we'll let you know as soon as we know what the final on this is,
Okay, so
because
it looks like. Yeah, it
I
looks like
think-
Tom. It looks like they're both counting. It looks like because we know that time has been called.
yep. And Tom Haidt was playing his last turn.
Yeah.
We knew going into that turn they were tied on life force. Tied on life force at
They are
the end of the
still
turn.
tied on
So we're
life
going to
force.
lost piles, which means Tom.
Life forces are tied 22 to 22.
So yep.
Tom has 10 in lost pile. Justin has 12 in lost
Wow.
Justin's trying to figure out.
Any
How he can.
okay. All right. So for those who may not have heard, we got a report here. We're tied on life force at 22.
Did Tom just play and he created your characters this turn? Oh wait, no. Okay, so no. Okay, so never mind. Yeah,
I don't think
he
think
did-
weapons display is active.
Weapons display is not active. So
So we've heard it was 10 cards in lost pile for Tom and 12 for Justin. So I think Justin's trying to see if he can get one card out of his lost pile.
And there it is.
There's a
There it
handshake.
is.
So once we're guessing Tom Haid got that one, but
so once we get the official word, we'll let you guys know, and then we're actually going to sit down with try and get Justin and Tom to sit down. What it's going to come down to is whether or not we have time.
Tom Haid wins on Lost Piles by 2.
There's the official
So first result of the game of the day today, guys. Tom Haid, defending champ, starts out with the win. Over Justin Decide, not an easy game, but
No.
props to him for those spice mines of Kessel and all that. So definitely a cool first match. So we can't wait to bring you guys some more Star Wars action, and we'll be back with you real soon here.
So we do have some updates on the PC site. Greg Shaw. We do have a lot of the pairings from Game 1 on the PC site, so if you guys are looking, we can actually announce some of them. Like we had Adam Shellberg versus Greg Shaw. The Dark Side, just to clarify, I'll let you guys know that the Dark Side player is going to be first. Adam Trunzo versus Jake Nelson. Andrew Klein versus Joel Cooper. Andrew Savangred versus Byron Miskey. Andy Wexon versus Joe Olson. So, here's the big thing. The dark side player was the bye. Light side player was Ryan Jelson.
So he got a light side bye.
He got a light side bye.
This is
so
what he
his
wanted.
light side is 1-0.
All right.
That's kind of big. Benedict Donne versus Steve Harpster. Charlie Arlen versus
definitely Jim.
John Veazey.
Oh, sorry, you're still talking. My bad. I was just commenting
Whoa.
on the comments because Expand the Empire was the winner of that.
Yes.
Oh, and we're getting teased that Tom's playing light side creatures, so we'll see.
No,
But Expand the Empire was so key to get out so soon to stop that drain all day. Like that was.
So, the other good thing was we had a Hall of Fame match as well.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. Mark versus Johnny Chu.
Okay.
So that was an interesting match. Our newest Hall of Fame member, Mark Walseth versus Johnny Chu, both Hall of Fame members.
And the game we were going to stream, Kessling versus Gogolin, should have been a
That
pretty
should have
good
been
one.
that was a good matchup. Jim Lee versus Chris Kelly would have been an entertaining
Yeah.
matchup.
And now that we've got some results, we'll start getting some tables.
Yeah, Chris Menzel versus Mitch Nealon.
Okay.
So we'll be right back. We're gonna go
Switch cameras.
switch. So we'll be right back.
Just click that one on.
Which one?
That one. Yep. And now you'll
Okay.
see us.
So we
Hi,
do
guys.
have word that we are getting a interview.
Yes.
With,
Matt said that the two players will be coming to talk.
Okay, so we are getting both players. Do we want to start with just one-on-one, like one player? Or do
That
we
would be
have-
my guess. But we can.
If we can get both, that'd be even better.
Okay. So we have the other microphone.
Okay.
Use
And then is that one set up?
One's not set up.
Okay. So once
Or
we
we
get word
can-
on
if
who
we-
wants
if-
to
if
do,
you'd
who's going to be
rather-
doing our,
I'd rather they can both sit here and you can do the interview.
you do the first. So I'll be right back. Queso Sauce, Jerry is going to be doing the first interview with our two players, and then we'll bring you some more updates, let you know who won, and then we'll go from we'll get game 2 started.
All right. Sounds good.
I will be back in a little bit.
All right.
Passing it over to Jerry.
Hi, guys. So yeah, we're gonna get the guys out here to ask them a few questions. Any questions that you guys have for Justin or Tom, throw them out in the chat, and we'll ask those questions to the players of that game. So, just let them know. Let me know what kind of questions you want to hear. Oh, okay. I guess I'm just being told that we don't have enough time because that game obviously went pretty late. So we're gonna try to get you some interviews and things like that. Maybe we'll talk to the players who have buys and things like that. Or maybe we'll just talk to Jan's dad, who's right here with us.
Hey, how you doing?
Say hi to everybody. There's
How you doing, everyone?
all right. There's Jan's dad, Chris Westergaard. How'd your first game go?
You know, when you have spies and they're hiding your deck, it's not too good.
Okay.
You want
All
them
right.
On the table, but
Who was your first round opponent?
I forget his name, to tell you the truth.
Okay. Were you dark side?
Yes.
All right, you were playing Phil Asen. Okay, yeah, Phil's his card shark. He's a good player. So,
He was playing Watch Your Step, and then I just couldn't get any of my spies out there.
okay, all right. Well, let's. Oh, thank you, Phil. Got some cards. Woo! All right, so round 2 is about to start. Yeah, go
Do you
get your
have them-
pairings.
Do you have them on here? No.
That's the first round pairings. Yeah, we hadn't seen the results, but did you see that game that was on stream?
No, how was it?
It was so Tom Hayes was playing ISB with Spice Mines of Kessel, and he's capturing people. He retrieved 17 force in that game with Spice Mines of Kessel. So that was definitely an interesting.
Who played that?
Tom Hayes against Justin Tazai.
Tom won?
Yeah, Tom won on lost piles. They had tied life force at time, and he had less than lost because he retrieved all that force. So
Tom Hayes, he's a tricksy guy. He's a tricksy guy.
yeah, he didn't wear the flight suit this time. So I guess we're not getting our feature match post game thing, but we will start streaming game 2 here very soon. See you later, Chris. And we'll get you out to that second game and keep you updated on everything. If you guys have any questions, any feedback for us, if anything's not working for you, just try to let us know in the chat or on the PC site, and we'll try to fix things. Hopefully things are going well. I think you can see me pretty good, so we'll we're having a good time, just trying to keep this going. So I wouldn't mind taking a restroom break if you want to take over, but I'm just kind of filling air.